All right. Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining everybody for the final four of our blind flight tournament on this very special Whiskey Wednesday. We have been leading up to this all year, originally doing an NFL style draft back in January, and then diligently doing a blind flight tournament since the beginning of March to figure out what is going to be our favorite pour of 2025. And we have a very special judge here in the back to help us grade tonight's flight, Brandon from Whiskey Weather. Lives just a few miles away, but first time getting to hang out with Brandon, so it makes the night even more special on top of the flight that we're about to enjoy. So thank you for joining today, whiskey friends. Let's kick off the show. All right. Feeling extra refreshed too, by the way. Extra hyped up for this. With Whiskey Wednesday not being on last week and getting this little break here, going into the finals with this particular flight is going to be quite the trendsetter for the rest of the week. Let's bring on the rest of our panel here, starting with Kelsey. Kelsey, buddy, how you doing on this Whiskey Wednesday?
Good, man. I'm ready to roll. It's been a little while since I've had a good pour, so recovering from some stuff, and that's always fun to get back into the groove. I'm getting some recording done this past week while we were off, which was nice. And then it's always fun to bring somebody new on that we get to hang out with and meet. And I know I've seen him on a couple of different streams, so it's fun. And I know that if he's hanging out with Tom, he's gonna be good people. So it should be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I sent you that. Did I send you that new riff sample? That new riff malted rye?
Yes.
Tom and Brandon. Okay.
Yeah.
Love that one. So, well, let's bring on Darrell. Brandon's one of Darrell's favorite people now too, because he voted for his flight here on Blendageddon 2 weeks ago. Brandon voted Darrell's number one. So definitely makes things less awkward today.
Yeah, definitely was on pins and needles, man, during that. Always so nervous when, somebody's tasting something. One good thing I've been doing is trying to make something dark so I can kind of know where within the flight I may land, to make sure it has some good color, obviously some good flavor to it too. But, I try to have that darkness in there so I can kind of navigate the flight a little bit with them. But, I was glad they both liked it, man. Just hopefully the next judge likes it just as much.
What I'm hearing is Darrell's putting some coloring in his sample, so you can see it.
Yeah, a little bit of
regardless what he blends, he puts a little coloring in. And you can see it right on the screen.
Darrell paid him how much? $2. I paid him in some whiskey.
Well, he's getting a heck of a flight tonight. I know. I mean, I don't want to say anything about what's in here because he may not have watched anything. So these are going to be 4 really, really good pours, no matter what. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we've got some fun stuff coming up. Jeff, you want to talk about that now?
Yeah, let's get into logistics here. Before we get into it, we did get word that our next barrel pick has been bottled. So still got to wait on when the actual release is going to be, when we get it in hands and all that. But I even have a picture of it. So we selected a Bull Run light whiskey, 18 years, 125 proof, finished in a Pinot Noir cask for 44 months. And this is a collaboration between Baker's Drinks, Big Vic, Hello Again Whiskey Friends, Dusty Dan, and Drifting Drams. And then for a little unveiling here, because we haven't shown the final sticker yet publicly, and I'll post this all on Patreon tomorrow. But official title of this one is going to be Bulls on Parade, where we do have Danatar the Manitar up here at the top, terrorizing all of us. Why this fever dream of a sticker exists, I don't know. Kelsey inspired it, so I'll blame him. But lots of fun details in there as you zoom in, including Troy's "This is bullshit" t-shirt, which fits him pretty darn well.
Katie must have been working out to be able to lift Ethan. That's the other part.
I mean, on a prior iteration of the sticker, Ethan was a horse. So I still think it's all right that Ethan showed up on this one. But look for details on this one. We'll let everyone know when that light whiskey is coming out. But really, really looking forward to this one. More details to come.
That's so funny.
It's going to be a banger. 44-month finish, too. That's crazy. I don't know if I've had...
That's the longest finish.
I don't know if I've really had like a bourbon or even a light whiskey finish longer than that, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of. I was trying to do the math because when we picked it, I know it was like 39, 40 months. I was like, man, is that about to hit 4 years in its finishing barrel? That's pretty crazy.
Dude.
Yeah, especially those particular Pinot barrels, too, are freaking great.
It's going to be a freaking like Jolly Rancher grapey bomb. Ugh. It was so good when we tasted it. I can't wait to try it again.
Agreed. It's going to be
awesome. Let's bring on our special guest here. We do have Brandon at Whiskey Weather to help us judge this one. Brandon, buddy, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh man, thanks for being here, man.
Of course.
Torturing through this whiskey we're about to feed you here.
From what I've heard, it's a baller lineup. So I did not look up anything because I wanted to come into it unbiased.
Good.
I have some thoughts just off of the nose here while I was in the back room, green room, if you want to call it. But
okay,
I'm excited.
Nice. I forgot. I think I remember just 2 of these, so it may hit me going through it, but it's kind of fun, kind of going back through it, like really not knowing what's in it.
And Darrell will try to figure it out no matter what, anyway. So
I'll try to, but like I said, I know 2 of them. I can't remember the other ones, but we'll see. I know they were good though, so that's all that matters.
Well, Brandon, in case there's people in the audience that don't know you yet, why not a quick introduction to yourself?
Yeah, my name is Brandon Spinner. For those of you who don't know, I am the Whiskey Weatherman. I used to be a TV meteorologist in Cincinnati, Ohio for the last 3 years or so. And then I've taken this journey full time. Before that, I was in Huntsville, Alabama. Before that, I was in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And then I was in Duluth, Minnesota before that. Suburbs of Chicago guy, single dad, divorced. I have a daughter who's 6 years old. So when I'm not doing this, that's my other full-time job.
It's awesome.
It's a great second job.
It's the best job. I like that one better, even though I get to drink for the other one. But sometimes that job makes me drink. So.
Darrell knows all about.
Very circular.
I was going to say, Darrell knows about that circle, don't you, Darrell?
I do. I know the feeling. Been there, done it multiple times.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
A house full over here. Yeah.
Well, we talked a little bit, Brandon. I know you're keeping busy. Like, what trips do you got coming up? What are you looking forward to?
I mean, what don't I have coming up? Tomorrow I'll be in Louisville for Thurby, which I didn't know existed until like a week and a half ago. And then the following week I'll be in Upper Michigan Lower Peninsula of Michigan because Mr. Tom and the Bourbon Jerks and I are doing a pick at Evernorth with the boys over there from the Junkies. Nice. And then the following week I'll be in Austin. And then the following week I'm back in Louisville to host my first ever distillery takeover at Pursuit. And then the following week is Memorial Day. And I don't think I have plans yet, but I'm sure I've got something on the schedule.
Jeez.
All right.
Busy next few weeks.
Yeah, the month of March and April were rough too. So I'm looking for a break in June.
Nice.
Very nice. Now, I've heard you talk about the takeover a couple times. I mean, what's kind of on the docket for that? You just taking over their studio and doing a podcast? Like, what is the takeover?
Yeah, so May 20th, it's going to be a Wednesday. And if anybody's in Louisville, you're more than welcome to come. There still are a couple tickets left. We're doing a barrel pick, which will be a 75-person barrel pick. Jeez. We're going to pick between 3 barrels. Yeah, it's going to be a flight, and we're all going to have a coin and vote. So whatever the majority is of the 75 people, that will end up being the barrel. It's going to be a double oaked rye. That's all I know. Don't know what stave finish, etc. But while that's going on, my usual live stream, which is on Tuesdays, will actually be on Wednesday night that week. and we're going to be using Kenny and Ryan's studio for that. Kenny or Ryan, or maybe both of them, should be on with us. So it'll be a fun time. I think it's 7 to 10 o'clock Wednesday, May 20th. So if you're around, would love to see you there.
That could be a really, really cool, like, great thing, or end up, depending on how bad or how good the people's palates are that show up.
Agreed. Thankfully, I'm going to get to like vet the barrels beforehand.
Okay. All right. So that makes me
He's
feel
stacking the deck. He's stacking the deck.
So I think what they'll do is like give me like 8 to pick from or something like that, and I'll pick my favorite 3, and then the group will make the consensus pick at the end of the night.
That makes me feel a little bit better for you. I was nervous. I was like, "Oh crap! I hope he's able to pick some barrels before they do."
One thing that I do love about Kenny and Ryan is they usually don't bottle or put out crap. So I know that going into it, I'm getting something good. It's just, what's the crowd gonna source, so to speak. So I'm excited for it. It'll be my first ever distillery takeover. I guess it's not technically a distillery. It's a Whiskey Row tasting room cocktail lounge takeover, but it's a start.
Yeah, I know when we tasted there, was it the triple mash that they released, Jeff, at the Blitz?
The triple mash rye or double mash rye, which one was that? That
Triple
was Dana's favorite.
Triple mash rye.
Triple
Yeah,
mash rye.
man.
This one?
Yeah, that was.
That's the one.
Yeah, so damn good.
Very, very impressed with that bottle, and they always put out great stuff, but that was the one that I've tasted of like that super stood out to me above the other regular releases. So.
Yeah, I'm excited. And then the week before that, I'll be doing a pair of Still Austin picks in Austin. So that's what that travels for. So it's going to be all over the place.
Well, tell our buddy Christian we said hello.
I will.
He's
looking forward to getting down there.
Really cool place.
What about Bourbon and Beyond? Is that on your radar for this year?
Not sure about Bourbon and Beyond. I'm going to Kentucky Bourbon Fest the week beforehand. Bourbon and Beyond is technically the weekend I have my daughter, so I would have to figure out some parenting time on that one. Bourbon Con I went to earlier this year. What's the other one? Bourbon on the Banks would be the other one I'd be going to so far.
Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love Kentucky Bourbon Fest. It's one of my favorites. It's just 5,000. A lot of people complain about the lines, but if you know how to do it right, you don't stand in lines.
Well, we got good friends over there at Bourbon on the Banks. So
oh yeah, all right.
One of our best friends, Todd Ritter. He has the Bourbon Road podcast.
Oh yeah.
He does a whole tent there. Spoils us.
Sick.
Want to make it again this year.
Yeah, I know Chris from Kroger. Chris's picks. He invited me to go last year. I just couldn't make it, so we'll see what what's in the cards this year. I'd like to get out there, especially one day, but we'll see. Maybe I can pawn the daughter off on a friend.
Well, let's taste some whiskey, fellas.
Well, let's do it.
Let's get into it here. Let's get into A.
Burn my mouth. I feel it.
Well, if you burn it all at once, Darrell, just make it numb, and then you're fine after that. Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I think I might have rushed or something. I'll move it up there.
Starting strong. Yep. Good first impression off of this nose.
Little oaky. Nice oak profile.
Yeah, some oak and dark cherry off the bat for me on that one.
Yep. First thing I wrote was cherry.
Yeah. Are we doing all noses first, or are we doing tasting as we just go through them?
Good point. In case there's a tie. I always forget that, Kelsey. In case there's a tie, Brandon, we do want to do a quick ranking of the nose.
Okay.
Nose only, but only matters for a tiebreaker in case it's needed.
Oh. That was interesting.
Man, that first one's
getting some like orange on there too. Getting like different layers in that one.
That first one
Wise
has
guy.
such a dynamic nose.
Now, Brandon, thinking back here, I know it takes us forever here to work out our blind flight tournament. Here we are, end of April. Like, what's our favorite pour of 2025? But what ended up being your favorite pour?
The Jack 14 year.
Okay.
And then right behind it was the Penelope American Light Whiskey 20 year, which I believe was a Kentucky Bourbon Fest exclusive in a couple different states. I think it filtered out, but yeah, those two. What was third? George T. Stagg of last year.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, the light whiskeys lately have been surprising me with these.
Yeah, the 18 year is
19, 20-year statements. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, the one you guys picked, 44 months. Is that just like when you have a kid where you're like, oh, he's 44 months old? You don't want to call it 3.5 years? No.
It sounds better if it's 44, right? It just sounds older. It's like what Wild Turkey did. I think they did Old Number 8 there for a while. Instead of doing Wild Turkey 8 year, they did Wild Turkey Old Number 8.
Yeah.
8-year whiskey that they were putting in it. There's been a few other distilleries that do shit like that too. So that sounds like a Jeff trick. Like he would do that on a blind.
Oh, super chat in from Ike. Thank you, buddy.
Isaiah.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, down in South Carolina. Isaiah Davis.
All right.
Nice. Welcome.
All right. Welcome, Isaiah. Thank you. Man, A leaves a good impression here. I'm going to move on to D's nose so I can get this quick ranking.
Hold on. You got something in your eye, girl.
Here's Richie.
D's got a bit more vanilla wafer honey characteristics to me off the bat.
Hold on. So, relax.
We're having dog issues tonight.
Yeah, she got like something all over her eye. Like, she's not letting me taste. She's trying to play instead of letting me get it off her. All right.
You know, Darrell's not walking around with a mop and plastic gloves yet, so it's pretty good.
It's a safe night so far.
Yeah, she's hyper. All right.
You weren't lying. You guys have a hell of a flight here, y'all.
All right. I took one sip of A. I gotta go back into that. I'm a little off though with that little cut on the roof of my mouth, man. It's not as pleasant drinking these right now as much as I want it to be.
Remember, we want the nose rank for now too, Darrell.
Oh, I already got my nose rank.
Oh, well then give that to me.
ACDB, Alpha Charlie Delta Bravo.
All right. Bravo being last place, just to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm right there with Derail on this
Oh
one.
wow.
Make that a trio.
Oh no.
The same ranking, exact.
Yeah.
Yep, ACDB.
Man, that we started it off with a banger. I can tell you that because that thing is just coating my mouth.
I'm on the same page too. So we'll see how that order aligns later. But A and C are in the pole position if there's a tiebreaker. All right.
The palate, though, is interesting.
So you getting into A?
Yeah, I took a sip, and off the nose, I expected it to taste slightly different. It's not bad by any means, but it threw a little wrench at me slightly.
Man, that's got so much oak on the front part of that
I'm just gonna
palate.
pour it all in here.
But it's got like it's got a sweetness to the oak, but also follows it right up with that cherry that you were getting on the nose too.
Yeah.
There was a lot more heat than I was anticipating on that.
Yeah, none of these are low proof.
And getting
Perfect after a day of filming.
yeah,
Yeah.
getting all of those spice notes like towards the mid palate, like straight down the middle where I expect them to be. And then it moves out to the outer edges of your tongue towards the finish with the oak too.
Man, my mind went to cherry pie again, mid palate.
Yep. I can see that for sure. Gosh, I just love the nose on this thing, though.
Yeah. That's one you can sniff all day, make into a candle.
Oh, geez.
We were talking about the light whiskeys there, though. I know, not to change the subject too much and distract our mind with different flavors. I am still wondering with the age statements that we've been seeing, the 17-year plus. I'm not seeing like 12-year light whiskeys or 14-year light whiskeys from MGP anymore. There was always that rumor that these barrels were running out, but then they just didn't. And now that I'm seeing these age statements go up, but nothing younger is starting to like give me shades of concern. I don't know. I'm still wondering if it's going to be like the Knob Creek single barrels back in like 2019, where the carpet's going to be pulled out from underneath us and they're all
You
going
go
to
from
disappear.
15 to 9.
Or just not at all for a while. I don't know. Like,
I know they've got
where is it all?
Of GNS that they'll call it. I know some of it's light whiskey. I've been to MGP the last couple of years a couple of times, and the amount of stuff that they're like, yep, that'll become light whiskey is kind of ridiculous.
Is it still the 99 mash bill, like the 99 corn?
So some of it that they're running, and then some of it will just become grain neutral spirit that they'll throw into bottles of that won't be light whiskey. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, so it's just basically a warehouse and a bunch of industrial equipment. It's not anything pretty or beautiful in that sense. Like, you go to Bardstown Bourbon Company, you walk in and it's like beautiful, right? You walk into MGP and you feel like you're on a farm with just a bunch of brick buildings. Obviously, the history behind it is awesome, but yeah, it's way more like we're just manufacturing here. We're just making. We're just ripping and rolling rather than like, here's the experience.
I mean, what's interesting though about talking about MGP or Ross and Squibb, whatever you want to call them, is that they're pausing production and closing down Lux Row for a year, as well as Limestone Branch, which is Yellowstone.
Yep.
So, and those two places, like Yellowstone's super small anyway, so there's not a lot to see there, but it's nice. But Lux Row has an incredible grounds. It's beautiful. They have a really cool tour that you can go on, a really nice bar, all of that. So it kind of surprises me, that they invested all this money and bought all of these different things, right? Because they just bought Limestone a few years ago. Then they're pausing production on it. So it's pretty interesting to see that already.
It's just like Beam shutting down the Claremont still, right? And
well, they need to redo that anyway. It's their oldest still. I get that. That makes way more sense than doing what MGP is doing.
But Green River also laid off 50% of their employees, as well as the master distiller. I heard rumors that Westward out in northwestern portions of the United States let go of some of their top employees. I've heard rumors of another distillery that laid off people last week, which is kind of under the table right now, but we'll probably hear about that in the next couple of weeks. So not the greatest of economies for the whiskey industry right now.
Yeah.
Yep. So nobody's buying new make, really, too. So that's the thing. If you were a producer that was relying on creating sourced whiskey for people to buy, nobody's buying that up right now because there's so many aged barrels on the market for a great price that why would you buy new make at almost the exact same price as you can buy an 8-year-old barrel out there on the market and not have to wait 8 years, right? You're already 8 years ahead. If you're spending $1,000 for an 8-year-old barrel, think about what that was costing 4 years ago.
You said 1,000, right?
What's that? You
said $1,000.
Yeah, between 1,000 to about 1,500 for an 8-year-old barrel for some of these brokers. So where a new make barrel's 500 to 600. What one are you going to be spending money on? The barrel itself costs 300.
Yeah, I'm buying the 8-year barrel for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. Doesn't make any sense not.
You're gonna knock my whiskey down, girl.
So if you're starting an NDP, now's the time to do it. To be honest, because you can buy any whiskey that has been aged for 6, 7, 8 years without having to pay that upfront cost that you had to pay 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Which leads right into your Evernorth pick, because that's the joy of going down there, hanging out with Dan and Sean. You never know what distillery or where they got their barrels from at any given time, and you'll just get to go through them and have
I'm
some
excited
fun.
to meet them. I've never met them, so
Oh, super cool guys.
Very cool.
A lot of fun. And, you know, Sean's always the same, no matter whether he's on camera, off camera, whenever you meet him. Sean is identical. Dan is pretty tamped down, like in person, unless he gets people that ramp him up. But super cool guy, like super laid back, down to earth, salt of the earth type of people. But and Brandon there is great. Brandon was always fun to hang out with.
Brandon's got to stay together.
Yeah. So it'll be a lot of fun. I'm sure they've got some new barrels in that are just going to be crazy.
All right. Captain Sum, well, we are in a blind flight tournament here, and this is our final 4. So the 4 that are in front of us all had to win their own blind flight to get here, and this was drafted among our favorite bottles of 2025. Now, Brandon doesn't know what is in this lineup, so we're going to continue to keep that secret until the reveal. And I need to get into B here. I think I'm behind.
Yeah. You are behind. I'm about to see.
Plugged into the. Not right now.
You know, the tone on that, Kelsey, was if, you know, it's not a surprise that I'm behind. I see how it is. But yeah, be careful, though, when you go to Evernorth. I know we went there to select 1 barrel and we walked out with 3. So just be careful.
I went to Augusta to pick 2 barrels. And I left with 5.
There you go.
So I know that feeling.
So then you got into the new weeded and bourbons then? How were those? I haven't tried those yet.
Really good. I was blown away by, I mean, the yield's pretty damn high, which is a little scary. I think I walked away with 222 bottles of that. So anybody who likes weeded bourbon. But yeah, the weeded's really good. I'm going to guess it's OZ Tyler, just by the mash bill.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of Augusta. Have you been down there yet, Jeff?
Not yet. No.
Dude,
I've been invited to a few barrel picks, and it's always the timing's never right.
Yeah, the place is incredible. I was lucky enough that they let me in the Rick House like 4 days after it was built. So I shot a documentary kind of about the distillery itself, and their brand ambassador, Matt Groves, and I have the like smallest world relationship that we didn't know about until we met each other. Like I was at a buddy's wedding that he was at, and we were drinking together on the dance floor, had no clue until we're like, oh yeah, I know him. Matt was in TV for a living before he was in whiskey. He played college basketball with my high school quarterback, and they used to have lunch every Wednesday. Like, so it's just like everything that like, it's like, wait, you know them? Oh yeah, I did this. And he's from small town Augusta, Kentucky. It's wild how whiskey can bring people together. That's my favorite part of it, right?
Agreed.
My favorite part of it.
I'm picturing you guys, you're like pulling out pictures and you both are like on the dance floor at the same time, arms around each other, like, woo!
Bro, I have a picture of him on my phone before I even knew him.
There you go.
That's crazy.
It was at the wedding. Yep. It is.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, wait, this is you, isn't it? And he goes, yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's literally him in the back of this wedding photo from my buddy that I worked on TV with, that he also worked with.
That's
wild.
That's awesome.
Small world, sort of.
Man.
B?
Are you on B? I'm on C.
C is a roller coaster ride for me. I'm going to have to go back to B. I'm unsure what to think about B.
Dude, I was waiting for you guys to talk about it because I want to talk about it, but I didn't want to be the first one to talk about it.
I don't know, dude.
That's hitting me differently than what it did the first time we had it.
Better or worse?
I don't want to say.
B or
Yeah,
C?
what's your thoughts on B, Brandon? What's your thoughts on B?
It's definitely worse for me this time around. Way worse. Like, I was very surprised because I know what that is, and I know that I liked it a lot last time, and this time it's that goes back to just show you the order matters, Jeffrey.
Yeah, like
Well, blame Dana then on that.
You don't put in rum in the middle of a K Luke that you want to have your friends taste, and then throw the whole flight off because you put it in the middle of the flight.
I always get blamed, Brandon. I always get blamed, no matter what happens here.
It's tough being in charge, isn't it?
It's always Jeff.
But yeah, it is definitely different, and I think because of what it's coming off of, and then when you go into C, it ramps up all of C's like vanilla notes for me.
Dude, that's so weird.
So,
I don't remember it nosing.
What'd you think of B, Brandon? Before they keep going on here.
I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
It's actually my second favorite of the 4.
Okay.
All right.
And I thought the nose on C was fantastic, but it's my least favorite of the 4.
Okay.
I'm going through C right now, and I kind of had that same impression coming off of B. Like, I liked the nose on C earlier, and then when I went back to it, I was like, I don't know about this one.
There's a weird, I don't know what's in here, but C to me reminds me of light whiskey that probably finished in something. And I'm getting this like plasticky pineapple finish that just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know if that's because of B and if I would have went D, C, B, A, but I don't like pineapple. It's like kind of for me. So I'm getting that like pineapple acidity, like just plastic. To me, it's almost like plastic and pineapple. Not saying it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure by itself, it would be great. Coming off of A, I'm going to say A is my favorite of everything, but there's like a light whiskey grapiness to the nose on C that I really enjoy. And then that doesn't really carry over to the palate for me.
Just took a sip of D, and I just got like some. I truly can't remember 2 of the 4 that are in here, but I just got a ton of like aged oak on D that I freaking love. And my mind thought 1 bottle, but I thought we voted it off, and I can't remember. So
it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, but this smells great. I had this 3rd place for nose.
Man.
I think it's opened up quite a bit on the nose. So, well,
I think I would put it in front of C's nose now that I'm going back.
I totally agree with you on that. It opened up a lot.
Man.
But to be honest, it's hard to beat A's like notes. I could smell that all damn day. It's so good. Even going back to it.
Man, damn.
Yeah, A is just.
I really like D.
So we're at the 33-minute. We need to vote.
We got to vote 1 off, right?
Yeah.
I'm voting B off. Actually, everybody. Well, yeah, everybody said it.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Well, Brandon did. I did. Kelsey.
How about C off? Honestly.
Yeah, Brandon didn't.
Sorry. Yeah, you flipped. Yeah. Sorry. You said C was your list.
So C for Brandon.
I got B.
B for Darrell. Kelsey?
It's disappointing from what I remember this tasting like, which is kind of crazy. But the nose is. You said it's your second favorite B, Brandon, right?
Flavor-wise, yeah. The nose was not, but I think
I'm going to go
flavor-wise.
with Brandon on this one. I'm going to go C. I'm going to knock off C.
Okay.
Like I do get like a nice, like kind of like sweet vanilla on a nose of B, but it comes across a little youthful compared to the rest of these. And it's almost like a NutriGrain, like a Yeah, like a grain note, like new make kind of. Not like full blown new make by any means, but
here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be easy for us to vote the next one off because, to be honest with you, it's really down between A and D. As far as, am I wrong?
I gotta see if C's off the list, but D hit me in all the good spots. Like I love, like it tastes like I said, I want to think I know what this is, but I thought we voted it off, but it tastes like very high age bourbon. And I love everything about like all the oaky and like slight bitterness when it comes to like age. Like it doesn't rub me the wrong way like it does a lot of people. But this comes across as that, and I freaking dig it. So like I said, I thought we voted what I thought this would be off. So,
and I like B a lot, but for me, like if I'm going to go back to go pour like over and over, B is a mood pour. A and D are like I could drink those all the time and go back to them all the time. And
I'm in agreement with you, Kelsey. So I'll take the first blow there. I'm going to vote off C.
So C gone.
Dana saying, "Why does she get blamed?" Not yet, but it may be. It may be between A and D.
Brandon, what's your second vote?
To vote off?
Yep.
My second vote would be D.
Ooh,
Delta.
Ooh, I like it.
Man, putting some wrenches in there. Throwing wrenches. Oh, I love it.
It's okay.
So what was it about D that stuck out to you then?
Okay.
I get more of that like pineapple-y, plasticky vibe, and I went back to it. I washed my mouth, and I get it off of both C and D, and it's telling me that that's some sort of finish to me that I don't necessarily love, whether that's like a rum or some sort of tequila finish. I don't know. I have no idea what you guys have in this blind, so I'm just going off of what my senses and palate are telling me. I like the nose on D, but once I go to taste it, it's nice up front, and then the finish just gets really weird. And almost one of those where I'm like, I don't really want to go back to that. I like my whiskey to be good to start, but be great to end. This is great to start and meh to end for me. So it's almost like I don't want to go back to that. That's how I feel about it. I can smell it all day. That smells great. But then like every next step for it to me just continues to go.
See, that's the way I feel about B.
Yeah.
Bravo. That's the way I feel about B.
Brandon, you should pour my blend into this. See how it fares.
Got it right here.
Stop it, Darrell. He's like, let's see how my blend does within our favorite pours of 20.
No, it's probably gonna begin. Like, dude, like these were our favorites, right? And each of them won.
Why am I getting blamed? I only did what Jeff said. It's not your fault, Dana. It's always Jeff's fault. It is.
Mm-hmm. It's not your fault. She just listens. You know, she doesn't watch us.
I will say, Dana, though, when we told you to randomize the first time and you put it 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the same order as 1, 2, 3, and 4, that's not really randomizing.
For us, it is.
We were doing a blind flight of all the 4-gate Kelvin series at the time, and I asked my wife to randomize them, and she just kept them in order, and she just gave them to
us. It's blind and random. We don't know, you know what I mean? But
yeah, once it's blind, you have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a mind trick, right?
Exactly.
But that's what makes it even worse, right? Like if somebody purposely does it, like you're like, oh, they would never do this. You know?
I wouldn't do that.
It makes it even tougher, but we kind of worked through it and was able to. Hey, come on, Dana.
That was completely random. You had no idea. I kept it in that order.
Darrell, your nose is second to A. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Man.
His nose is great though, dude. I freaking dig it.
Oh, Brandon, we need you to take him down a few pegs. You know, like he's got 2 weeks here to. He didn't put you as the best. I guess that's right. Well, Darrell, what's your second vote here?
Shit.
Because
Did
Kelsey,
everybody
you're
else
Bravo,
go?
right?
Everybody
what?
else went?
You're Bravo, right, Kelsey?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. We're just waiting for you, Darrell.
All right. Give me 60 seconds. Fuck.
All right.
Dude,
Well, speaking of a countdown, still waiting for Matt Madness invitations. But if you get invited, would you do that, Brandon?
Yeah. I've heard good things about it. I've never been invited, but I've never interacted with Matt. So
Matt's fun, dude.
That could be a good time to do it. We'll put.
Matt's
I think I saw people on his Patreon vote for you. So
Ooh.
he hasn't said anything since. He asked for some votes, but we'll see.
This reminds me of Spaceballs.
This is hard.
What's your
That is a
combination?
Spaceball comment.
1, 2.
Also,
3.
this is one of the best YouTube handles. 1877 Mash Now.
Yeah.
JG's awesome,
877 Marsh.
Yeah,
No,
Jay, I love it. I love it.
Don't ever meet him.
You'll never meet him or beat
I
him.
said, don't ever meet him.
He said, "Don't ever meet him." You're gonna pay for that later, Darrell.
Jay is
Nah,
one of the
my
best
guy.
guys ever.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. Chris is better, but yeah, he's
I don't know. Now I don't want to meet him. No, just kidding.
Oh God, this is. God dang it.
Come on, Darrell. It's not that hard.
So this is where we wait for Darrell to make a decision.
So I guess I'll ask the question. So we're on the 2025 favorite pours so far, but we're almost 33% of the year into 2026. So what have been your favorite 2026 pours that will be potentially in this in a year from now?
Shit, I
Not
wish we could choose our
including
picks.
our picks.
I wish we could choose our picks.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to try any Dietrich yet?
I have had a couple of single barrels and am in love with them. I need to get up there. You can take me? I can pick you up. You got to go through Wyoming and come grab you, and we'll go up to Bella Dayton.
That sounds like a
Him with a good time.
good day to me at some point here. But the one that dropped, I think you could still get it up at the Arrow Wine in Mason, but it's batch 15, and man, I was loving it last year, and then now the last two that I had, which was a pick from Seal Box and that batch 15, I'm like, come on, they're so good. And I usually don't like pot still. It's not my flavor profile typically.
Yeah,
I'm just
pot
like,
still. I can normally sniff out pot still like from the jump.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was pot still until you just said it now, to be honest. So
Really?
So-
That has for me, Dietrich has a distinct pot still note, but I'm very
Granted,
sensitive to
I've only had
whatever
2
is
single
in
barrel
your mouth.
pours, and it was in a bottle share environment. So at that point, a lot of that
No.
funk and shit goes out the door. But
sometimes that funk will stick out more for me when it's that way.
yeah, I mean, it's either it just falls right in line with everything, or it does stick out like a sore thumb. Like I've had some Glens Creek that really stick out in bottle shares that are really good, just way different.
Oh man. All right,
That one, and I guess ECBP, the rye.
Right?
Oh, the A126.
A120.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
that sticks out to me.
That's a
too.
monster. If you can find the copper and casks batch 16,
oh, that's the
Darrell, help us out on that.
the 11-year MGP. Yeah.
11-year
I would-
MVP, I for $85, like
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you taste our pick that we did with them.
copper and cask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes that one look like it's just a baby.
It's just a baby.
Just a
Yeah,
baby.
dude,
Yeah, they're like 8
Darrell
minutes off
lives
the
a
road.
mile away from him. Like, I mean,
Oh
Rhode
no,
Island's only
we're in
a mile wide.
Rhode Island.
I'm in Central Falls, which is like the next town over is Pawtucket in like East Providence, which is where they're at. They're
Okay,
technically
yeah.
Rumford, but it's East Providence.
My girlfriend's family lives in Warwick, so
Oh yeah, that's 15 minutes south of me.
Oh, nice.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, everything's like a 2-minute drive.
Everything's 15 minutes southeast, west, or
Well,
north.
Rhode
of the
Island
airport.
is like
Airport.
this big, so
Yeah, I was going to say, it's only
airport you guys flew into
Darrell,
as
it's
well.
only a square mile. So from
My city is 1 square mile.
bro, I love
Yeah,
Block
my city
Island.
is
I got to get
small.
back.
You said Block Island or Rhode Island?
Block Island.
Block Island's a time. Like when you go out
Yeah.
there with like boys or whoever, like it's fun.
Yeah, we went last summer and biked the whole island. My legs hurt, but
Oh,
it was fun.
That's a bike.
Darrell, what are you voting off? You're distracting him. Darrell, what are you voting
No,
off?
I already had it. Like I'm gonna do Delta. Like it's so yeah, I'm gonna do Delta, but it's like
You are silly.
it's a mood thing for me, right? Like if I want something that's a little lower proof that I can drink, so I can drink Delta more often than I would drink the other. You know, for me.
So A has no votes. I'm not sure mathematically if A can't win based off of the scorecard that I'm seeing. We'll still go through it and go through another round of voting.
A's really good.
Man.
C just hits like just the flavor punch part of it for me, but D like dude. So well, everybody voted D out, right? Already?
No.
No.
There is
No.
there is no sample that has been fully voted out. But A is the
shit.
only one that hasn't gotten any votes out.
Who
So
still has Delta? You?
me and Kelsey.
Fuck. Dude, I was close. Oh my god.
It's all right. You're allowed to be wrong.
No, like I said, it's a mood thing for me, right? If I want something that I can drink
I
just
get it.
all the time,
So-
it's gonna be Delta.
Shameless plug. My next video is going to be talking about mood pours. What are mood pours? So I'm going to be
This is a
doing,
mood pour.
yeah,
Well,
I'm
season
going to be
mood
doing a video on mood pours / mood pour enhanced by cigar or detracted from cigar. So it'll kind of be a different little spin there. Can a cigar elevate a mood pour to an everyday pour, or can it really bring it off the rails and be like, yeah, I just want to get rid of it. So it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be coming up.
Kelsey's our cigar expert in the group.
I wouldn't say expert, but I definitely like to smoke them.
Compared to me, I mean,
But
it doesn't
yeah.
take much though. I just figured out how to light the things.
And then I just tell Jeff which whiskey to pair it with, or I send him cigars and be like, "Hey, you need to pair it with this whiskey. Make sure you try it with this whiskey."
I would call that an expert then. I can't do that.
It's a lot of fun, dude. We have a core group here that I meet with on Monday nights, and there's 2 or 3 of us now that are big into it. So it's a lot of fun to do with other people as well.
So,
That
Brandon,
is prominent.
you mentioned favorite pours. I mean, what's yours of the year so far?
Of the year, the Penelope 18-year American Light Whiskey is phenomenal.
Okay.
It'd be that, the Copper and Cask, the Peerless
The Copper
10-year.
Cast. Yep.
The Peerless 10-year was
nice.
fantastic.
Interested in that one.
Or the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A126 Rye. Yeah.
I've heard really good things about the 10-year, but like I didn't know anybody that could get it, so I knew it was probably going to be it's going to be one of those pours where I probably didn't get a chance to taste it. So
The Peerless?
yeah,
Yeah, thankfully it's only like an hour and 20-minute drive from Cincy, or Covington, Kentucky. And I had someone who was heading down. I was like, "You mind if I hop in the car with you?" He's like, "Sure."
very nice.
What are your thoughts on 1924 from this year?
This year, I thought it was fantastic. The last couple of years, I haven't been a fan of. I thought this year was the year that they knocked it out of the park, personally. Especially
Same
considering where the last couple of years have been. The price is still a little bit of a for me at $109.99. But honestly, that's what I think it might be better than the small batch King of Kentuckys that they put out this year, to be honest.
Yeah, what I've
I
heard
didn't
too.
hear good things about
But
that.
here's the thing: like I can go to Sam's Club and get 1920 and 1910 for like $49, and I can make 2 bottles of 1915, and I think I'm going to like that way more than I liked the 1924 that they put out the first few years. So,
I don't disagree. I think this year's a different animal, personally. I think this is...
Yeah, no, this year's was different. It was definitely a step up for sure, but I agree with you on the price point thing. They've...
Yeah,
100.
for sure. It's all, and that's another thing, right? We were talking a little bit earlier about these distilleries that are no longer buying new make barrels. It's also, there's so much whiskey that's hitting the market that it seems like a bunch of these places are trying to throw out $100, $150, $200 bottles. It's like, hey, nobody's buying that shit anymore, right? Like, I'm not putting $150 out for a non-age stated whiskey that was toasted in a secondary barrel for 24 months.
Yeah.
I'd rather spend something like $80 or $70. I wouldn't maybe pay the $55 for the OGD 114 single barrel because I'm like, I can get the 114 regular for $19.99 at Uncorked down the street. I'd rather buy that.
It's funny you say that because there are still some things that are out there. I did a video on the things that are sitting on the shelf, but one that surprised me that has not sat on the shelf that I thought would sit on the shelf more has been the Willet 4-year bourbon. Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet. I haven't also wanted to pull the trigger on it for, was it $60 or $70?
65? Like
$80 here.
Oof.
For a 4-year-old whiskey. And it's the one that I had that I tasted was good, but that price point again, like I think you're going to see a lot of things sit around a lot longer for sure.
Hell, I'm hearing the Penelope Rio sitting in a lot of spots. I didn't think this year's was that great, but I know a lot of people have been like up in arms to try and find one. So like when you're starting to see that stuff not move as fast as it used to be, that used to be like one of the first few things that people would grab if there was a drop. Or now it's just like, oh, we got the Rio.
I went to Memphis a month ago. They had stacks of Eagle Rare, stacks of Buffalo Trace, stacks of VH Taylor. All this stuff just sitting on the floor. Whereas 2 or 3 years ago, that stuff would be gone in less than a day.
It would have been gone, and it would have been on the secondary market before they got to their car.
Exactly. So it's just one of those things where anything that's going for 100 plus is going to sit a whole lot longer.
Yep.
We saw that. Did you get any of the 4 gates from Party Source?
I did not. I had a couple of buddies who told me I was out of town that week, but yeah, they dropped it. Was $60? Was it right?
60 from $200 to $60. I mean, I picked up quite a few of them. I drank one over vacation too and destroyed it.
Yeah, I don't blame you at that price. Especially, that's a hell of a deal.
Oh, yeah. It was so good too. Like
it's a little sad too because we
didn't deserve it, but yeah, exactly.
What they were doing was great stuff. It just makes me sad that they are selling it for that less, price for them.
Yeah, and that's another thing is we've got so many different SKUs and labels out there now, comparative to 5-6 years ago, that it's hard for a new brand to move. Right in a store when you, especially for Jeff and I, we walk in a Party Source and they've probably got 1,000 different types of bourbon or rye whiskey sitting there on the shelf. So how am I going to make a decision? Sometimes I go in there and I get overwhelmed. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave.
Well, and that's the thing is like, what you're doing. Like, a lot of the brands that you see, right? Can you imagine some newbie that doesn't know anything about bourbon or anything about whiskey walking into that? They're like, what? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. That store is intimidating no matter what you're looking for in there because
I don't disagree.
So big. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon, it's time to vote out one more. We're going to let you do the honors here. So which one are you voting out? And thus, which one's your first place?
My first place is A. So I'm voting off Bravo.
All right. So we have all voted off Bravo now. Kelsey, you got an order?
Yeah, I am going to switch it up here. I like A a lot, but I really, really like D, so I'm going to vote off A and make D my number one.
All right, so you're undoing prior sins. I see what you're doing, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Did he just admit he likes the D?
You know what's funny? We had this conversation Monday night, and Jason was like, "You guys watch Kelsey, and you go back and you watch all the blinds. For some reason, he always likes the D." So, I don't.
Well, speaking of the D, Darrell.
I think so my order would be A, C, D, B.
All right. So C is your vote, and therefore A is first. And A is first for me, which makes C the one I'm voting out. Wow. Okay.
What was your third place?
A is almost, my third place was D.
Bravo?
Delta.
Delta, okay. DB.
So A is almost the unanimous winner here, except for Kelsey.
Kelsey was a second on it.
Yep. Next up is going to be D with 11 points. Man, C is then third place.
Wait, C got 2 second places, didn't it? Or no?
B got 2 second places.
Me and you
I
have
did that math wrong. Nope, I did that math wrong. C and B are tied. Yep, I see. Okay. Good call out there, Darrell. Though off the nose, C still gets elevated, so I'm still right, even though I was wrong.
So it's A, D, C, B.
Now I know how Dana feels during an argument.
I don't even know the last time Dana and I had an argument.
Can I guess
I was wrong, but I was really right.
Oh yeah,
you get them all, Brandon.
Well, Brandon, let's. What are your thoughts now? Untethered. Let's go.
I'm guessing A is some sort of turkey.
Okay.
B is a finish of some sort. Guessing off of what Kelsey said earlier, there's a rum finish in here, so that would be my guess on B.
Okay.
D gives me like a Jack Brown Foreman-esque nose, but the finish is weird. I think C is an American light whiskey that's been finished in something, and then D is something that I can't put my finger on. But I would go turkey, a rum finish, American light whiskey that is finished, and then D is up for grabs. But it's got like a Brown Foreman-esque type of deal to me.
So nothing in this flight is finished.
Oh.
3 are bourbons. 1 is a rye.
No shit.
Oh, so that made it through.
Yeah.
Wait, fuck.
Look at Darrell doing the calculus over here. Oh, wait a second here.
Yeah.
I was wrong, but I was really right.
Wait a second.
Oh
Wait a second, Darrell. Are you reacting to the rye in what I just said?
Yes.
I'm reacting to
D is the rye?
It may be the rye, which...
So, yes. So the way that Darrell said that, by the way, if...
Wow, that's wild. Holy shit.
I think B is the rye, but if B is the rye, it's also the samples that Darrell sent me that he now just said he forgot was in the flight.
Wait, no. Bravo I know is freaking what I sent you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
what were you reacting to then?
D, when you said there's a rye, I forgot I didn't remember that bottle was in here.
I think he's still confused. Just do the review.
No, he said a rise in it. He said a rise in a flight, right?
Yes.
Or am I going crazy?
3 bourbons in a rye, right?
Yeah. So, yeah. Go ahead. It's one of these, and I wasn't expecting.
Maybe I'm the one that's wrong. Isn't Tanyard a rye?
Oh,
no, Tanyard is a cigar batch bourbon.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. Go ahead.
Tanyard Hill. Tanyard's a rye. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking you were saying.
The Tanager.
Sorry.
The Hill. Yes.
No. Yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah. Sorry. I'm thinking New Riff for some reason.
So
C
this will be interesting. I'm not sure. I don't even know if we voted what I think we voted number one, which will be funny.
C has got to be Tannered Hill now that I think about it.
Bravo.
So I think it's Bravo.
You think Bravo is Tannered?
I think so.
No. C. 100%.
No? C is?
100%. 1,000%.
I get,
Oh,
now that you
makes
say
sense.
it, I get this almost like a fruit punch vibe off of C, and that's what I got off of the other two Tannards that I've had.
Okay. You said that off of your first impressions too, that there was some vibes like that in the pineapple that was throwing you off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely C.
Well, wow. Okay. This is surprising. So
B gotta be is that the debut? Fuck, dude.
B is the drum key debut.
That's so crazy, dude. Be like,
It's so much better not in this order. Like if you taste it by itself, it stands out way more.
it's something.
I like for Jason. I know that he just started his life, but I like that second best. Just so we know, it didn't finish last for me.
Oh, geez, that's funny.
The flight did something because it was like our favorite. Obviously, it was our favorite in one of.
Yeah, it was one of our favorites for sure.
Right. So, yeah, the flight kind of messed with it a bit.
It made it far. It won its first flight, but here it is in the finals here. But yes, the drum key is B. Man, that threw me off entirely.
Mm-hmm.
My first sip, I was like, him knows. I was like, what the heck?
So, what is drum key? Like, what's the blend? Do we know? The
7, 8, 9-year-old Green River.
Green River. Yep.
So you get the citrus vibes of Green River all over that, but I got like a slight, like youthful, like grainy note, and I was just like,
I didn't get all of the fruit notes on that I normally get on B. That's what was throwing me
I was
off.
like kind of youthful, lots of citrus, bright fruits, Green River, citrus vibes is what I put on there.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
but,
Jeff, what's the
So
next?
then C, which won the tiebreaker off the nose, is the Tanyard Hill, Jack Daniels.
What was the proof? Which proof do we know?
Mine is it's a 140.2 or something like that.
You know, what's funny is you said light whiskey on it, and I totally get that vibe on it. But when I tasted it by itself originally, it blew my palate out, like off the rip, because it was so hot. And it didn't taste that way this time in this flight. For some reason, it did not like taste that way.
140.5.
140.5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's between Turkey and New Riff.
So D,
Oh, so D
you were
is what?
correct, Brandon, that there is turkey in this flight, but it is D.
Oh, wait, D's the turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Russell's 13.
No!
I knew it was Russell's, and I knew that I was righting my wrong, as Jeff said last week.
Delta was the Russells?
Delta's the
Russells. I picked the Russells first this week.
Wait, so the new riff is the bourbon or the rye that's in?
It's
the bourbon.
It's the bourbon, yeah.
And that was A?
That was A.
That's A.
So which new riff is it?
So it was the first decade's 10-year.
The bourbon?
Yeah.
The high note. Yep, that just won the whole thing.
That is a really, really good pour.
So I've got the rye right here.
But it's
There we go.
Holy moly. I thought A was the Russells.
No.
But
No.
D, I did get a ton of age that I said, right? I was like, wait, is this the Knob Creek? Because it tasted so oaky.
I knew that's what you were thinking whenever you said that. When you talked about low proof and it being ultra aged, I was like, he's thinking that that's the 21 year, but it's not.
Yeah. I thought that was a knob, but I was like, wait, I think we voted it off. And holy crap. New riff, dude.
Wow.
It's the only glass that's finished too, which is kind of
There it is. Man, Brandon.
It didn't
what do
win
you think
for me.
now in
It won
retrospect
the
here?
flight, but it did not win for me. All you turkey heads out there, I picked turkey.
Finally.
Yes.
I thought A was the Russells.
Don't sleep on New Riff, though. For those people out there, don't sleep on New Riff.
Agreed. They have righted some major wrongs early on from their distillate.
Totally agree.
When they first came out with a 4 and 5 year old distillate, I was like, oh my God. Some of them were good, but some of them were just absolute trash.
I used to have to drink it in a cup full of ice.
Yep.
In order for it to be good. Now it's like the rye was my top, I think my 6th best of last year. So
I think when they started turning the corner for me is when they first released the 6-year malted rye. From that point forward, the original release of the malted rye, it started to go up and up and up and up. And then every batch after that has gotten like the sherry finished rye was really good. And then they got into these 8-year bourbons that were really good. And they just keep progressing upwards.
Have you had any red turkey wheat?
Jeff has finished some of that, right, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's the whole bottom shelf here, Brandon, is just it's all the new
Why is it
riffs.
on the bottom shelf then? If it's
I get them all. Well, I mean, those were up there. There's multiple shelves of new riffs. Let's just be honest down here. But yeah, I think I've pretty much given Kelsey and Darrell samples of nearly every experimental release. High note.
Have you been able to pick up any of the 375s?
Yeah.
Yes,
so far, I missed that on the Arista because I was on vacation.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
You guys are broken. Exactly. See, I'm not broken. I'm not broken, Jason. I called the Russells 13.
I'm not broken. I said Drumkey was my 2nd favorite. Just saying. Just saying.
Dude, like.
But
wow.
The 10-year malted was good. By the way, though, I would say I like your pick and Sealbox pick better than this 10-year. So while I enjoyed getting that one, I think the char levels on those make a huge difference.
Yeah, that new red pick you guys did was really good.
Was that the one?
It was wild. It was so unique and different than anything I've ever picked before.
Yeah, that's the one
that was the clear winner.
Darrell.
What was that?
Okay, yeah, the one that
we tasted it in. Toby brought a bottle of it to Rhode Island, so we got to taste it when we were.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know, it's always jerk weather.
No, that is good.
No, these were good though so far. I've been pretty impressed with these 6-year single barrels.
That 8-year bourbon, but the 8-year bourbon that they put out, was it last year or year before?
2 years ago, 24.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one was one of my favorites that that they ever did, even over the malted rye. I was very impressed with it.
And what we were talking about earlier is thinking about their pricing, right? They have not released anything outside of the headliner that has been above $100. The bottle we just voted as first place was $90.
Yeah.
Yep.
Russell's 13 had an MSRP of $200.
Dude, I thought A was Russell.
It just goes to prove,
that's crazy.
What people are willing to pay versus what it's worth sometimes is not always the same.
Agreed.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Well, what a fun flight there. And thank you, Brandon, for going through this exercise with us. That was an interesting struggle. I was all backwards on that one. I'll be honest on that too. I even knew what it was and I was backwards on it.
That's the fun part about the blind, right? Like the order makes a huge difference. I mean, the debut, if it had gone first, I think it would have fared way better. I think coming off of A, it hurt it because I honestly think that it's a dynamic whiskey anyway, but coming off of that dynamic whiskey kind of played down some of those fruit notes that tend to really rise to the top of that debut, which is what made it stand out to me.
Man.
That was wild.
Well, Brandon, any final thoughts here before we call this Whiskey Wednesday?
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a great time. Thanks again. Yeah, that's real fun.
Thanks for coming over, dude. It was a lot of fun to hang out with you and drink whiskey. I hope to do it in person soon.
Likewise. If you're ever in the area, obviously I got to go pick up Jeff, and we're going to head up to Bella Dayton. So if you want to hitchhike with us, you're happy to join.
Yeah, Jeff needs to nail them down for a whiskey pick. Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge. Kick, kick.
Maybe
I'll
we can
send
lab on
another
a pick.
email. All right. Well, we can talk about that a bit more. But
Got your number.
with that said, everybody, it is time to end this Whiskey Wednesday. Send you over to Jason, the Mash and Drum. And I know he's previewing a bunch of bottles here today. So it's going to be a fun show. We'll catch you over there. And then we'll catch you on the next Whiskey Wednesday as well.
Thanks,
Goodbye,
everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.